I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. Again, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. I thank the universe for each new day, whether it's sunny or it's pouring rain, in any situation, time or place, I bring the world send of praise. Yeah, 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 I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. The darkness taught me how to praise the light. The wrongness made me hunger for what's right. I haven't found a place where I don't see heaven's blessing pouring down on me. Yeah, 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 I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of I won't be waiting when the ship comes in. Won't trade my here and now for something then. I'm finding treasures in the little things. Tomorrow brings. Yeah, 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 I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude. One more time. I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. Oh, I'm always glad when that one's over. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every starshine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. And you are the very breath I breathe. And your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do,
Please be seated. All right, let me hear you. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, that sounded pretty good. Welcome to our service here at Unity of Fox Valley, the very first Sunday in May, which means we got all kinds of good stuff stored up for everybody. And I want to welcome those of you who are tuned in on our YouTube channel. Gee, I wish you could be here with us in our spiritual home, but it doesn't matter because we still can feel your loving energy with us. I want to take a moment to remind everybody to please silence your cell phones if you have not yet done so that we can go through the service with just the dissonance of my own voice, messing things up. And with this, I want to acknowledge that being the first Sunday of the month, it is Birthday Sunday. So anybody who's celebrating a birthday in the month of May, please come forward. Don't be bashful. Don't be bashful. We celebrate wrinkles in this church. Come on.
And we know Wanda Faye, but she's downstairs getting ready for the taco bar. So.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you're wonderful.
Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You're wonderful. God is blessing you now. All right. And I want to ask before we move forward, anybody here for the first time? Any first-time visitors today? Okay. And with that, we will move forward, and I will invite Bobby to please come forward and share our daily word reading.
Or an altitude.
Or a good one, altitude. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We're on it today, right? I want to welcome you today and just say wherever you are on your spiritual journey, we're so glad that you chose to be with us today. And our daily word today is life. With joy, I dance in the fountain of life. Observing children playing in a fountain, I hear them laughing as they dart through sprays of water, surprised by sudden geysers. Sunlight turns the wafting mist into prisms of color, a reminder that the same joy and light dance in me. Life can feel like that fountain, fun, but sometimes catching me by surprise. If I resist, I grow weary. But when I move with its rhythm, dodging, laughing, and dancing, I feel the pulse of divine life. Even in challenging circumstances, I can regard the spray as refreshment, the soaking grace. Each of these baptisms becomes an invitation to cleansing, renewal, and awakening, a chance to grow in spirit. As I join life's dance, I am lifted. Creativity awakens, joy abounds, and I feel fully alive. And from Psalm 36:9, for with you is the fountain of life. In your light, we see light. Thank you, everyone. I'll be your prayer chaplain after the service. I will be down front. If you want to go someplace quiet, we can find that area as well. Don't forget our prayer box over there. If you have any special prayers for yourself or others, just jot their name down, put it in the prayer box, and we will hold them in prayer. Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. Now I invite you to please join with me in praying our Spirit's unfolding vision prayer. Guided by divine wisdom, inspired by divine imagination, centered in divine love, in knowing that God is our source, we boldly move forth in faith as we allow Spirit's expanding vision to unfold in our lives, the life of the spiritual community, and our world. Thank you, God. Amen. And now, please return to your feet and join in singing and praying the Lord's Prayer.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Please be seated. And now it's that time where we bless our children. I invite our children and their teachers to please come forward so we may do that. All right, let's do this thing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ as you, and know that you are empowered to do great things.
You wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do, like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. We have this amazing Jason Mraz song for you today. I think Jason Mraz is a secret unity person, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe not so secret. So we're going to put the chorus up because it happens a bunch of times, so we just figured, why not? Come on in when you feel comfortable. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. 2, 3, 4. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. People done gone crazy. People done gone mad. People done forgot the superpowers we all have. We were born to love, not hate. We can decide our fate and look for the good in everyone and celebrate our own mistakes. If there's a silver lining, silver lining. the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone needs sunshine. Everyone needs rain. Everyone is carrying around some kind of pain. I see who you are. You're just like me. I see you're searching for a purpose, guided by a dream. I see who you are. I'm just like you. I get lost sometimes and I forget what I came here to do. I keep on trying. Keep on trying. When it gets frightening, look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good. Look for the good. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone is nature. Everyone is God. Everyone is love and light and vibration. Look for the good. Look for the good. Everyone gets mad sometimes, and maybe they should. Look for the good. Look for the good. Yeah, look out for all the heroes in your neighborhood. Look for the good. Look for the good. Life would sure be sweeter if everybody would. Look for the good in everything. You got it by now. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. One more time. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good. Look for the good. Look for the good. Last time. Look for the good in everyone.
Good music again today, music team. I love it.
Thank you.
Come on. Hate when paper doesn't cooperate. Really outstanding. As always, the songs you picked for the service, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So there was this guy who went to see a psychiatrist because he had a problem. And the psychiatrist said, "What can I do for you?" And he says, "I know this is insane, but I have trouble going to sleep at night. I keep thinking that there's somebody under the bed." And the psychiatrist said, "We can take care of this. Come and see me 3 times a week at $200 a week, and by the end of the year, I promise you, we will get rid of this phobia." So the guy goes off, but he doesn't come back, and they accidentally meet up with each other 6 months later, and the psychiatrist says, "You never came up, what's going on?" And the guy says, "Well, doc, I have to tell you, $200 a week for a year, that's pretty stiff. And actually, I found somebody, my bartender, who was able to fix the whole problem for just $10. The psychiatrist said, "Sure," with an attitude. "And what did he tell you?" The guy said, "He told me to cut the legs off my bed." See, because then nobody could get under the bed after that. All right, getting serious here. Seriously. See how they love one another. See how they love one another. That phrase, see how they love one another, supposedly how people reacted to the very first early Christian movement at the turn of the very first century, which was called the Way, because they were just mesmerized in what they saw and how people who were participating in the Way really visibly, ostensibly, overtly showed their love for one another. And our topic today is once, because I gave AJ the wrong title, I gave him one time, and it's once upon more with attitude. That title was inspired by an old movie. It's The Father of the Bride Part 2, and it was taken from a scene in which, I want to make sure I don't miss this up. The character was Frank Egelhofer, and it was played by Martin Short, okay, who was teaching dance to two mothers-to-be, and he came up with that line in teaching them once more with attitude. And I thought, this is a really appropriate topic for today. And because that's a topic, I'm going to start off here with a bit of an attitude. I'm going to get a little bit sassy with you, okay? So I'm just warning you up front, because there's no sense talking about in a sermon about attitude and not taking on an attitude. So let me just let you know right now, I have no interest. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care where you live. I don't care what kind of clothes you wear. I don't care what kind of food you like. I don't care if you have a dog, if you have a cat, if you have a goldfish or a gerbil. I don't care about any of that stuff. Do you understand? I don't care. You know, all of those types of things, those incidentals, when somebody tries to discover who we are when we first meet somebody or whatever, we ask questions that are all centered around all of those externals, and we never really get the chance to ask about or tell about who and what we really are. And I'm not telling you that I think these things are insignificant or unimportant. All I'm telling you is that you have to put them in a proper perspective and not end up in a situation where the cart is before the horse. Because the message I want you to hear today is that you are here, not just in this church today, but on this planet for one single solitary purpose. And that is to be the very best Christ that you could be. Not sometimes, not occasionally, not just when everything is going well, but absolutely all of the time, every single moment of your life, without exception. Why? Because this life that you are living, this life is your once more. I don't care what happened in previous lives. I don't care what's going to happen in future lives. Right now, this is your once more, and you need to do it with a spiritual attitude. You have to stretch your spiritual stuff, you know? And it's not because you want to be cool. That's all about ego. But it's all about why you are here first and foremost, and all of the other stuff falls into place and hopefully gets incorporated into the total picture. So I've said this before, but I'm going to repeat it. There's been kind of a catchphrase over the recent years that We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And I have to tell you, no, I don't think so. I think we got that all backwards. I mean, think about that really. What would that look like if you really played that out? Hey, Spirit, I'm going to have a beer. You're going to love this. Hey, Spirit, have you ever had deep dish pizza? Man, it's the best thing on earth. Hey, Spirit, if you've never experienced a kiss before, you are in for a real treat. I mean, think about this for a moment. We've got this all upside down backwards. This is not about introducing human experiences to spirit. I mean, to what available? Do we really think that there is value in exposing spirit to things like war, starvation, hunger, abuse? Do we really think there's some value to spirit, sharing our habits and our addictions and our pain and our shame, our uneasiness, our smallness? I think that there's something wrong with this picture. And you may say, yeah, but Reverend Mike, you're not centering on the whole total picture. It's all about, sharing all of the good stuff that we manifest, bring into life and all. Yes, but if you're going to share with spirit, then you share with spirit. It is not very profound to say that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. The more profound expression is that we are human beings sharing a spiritual experience. Because again, we're here for one purpose. We are here for the purpose of manifesting the presence of God in the world today. We are here for the purpose of making the presence of God visible in the world today, and doing whatever we have to do to make that happen. So if you want to paint God or spirit in bright yellow or bright red or colored in ribbons and in bowls or whatever, see, that's the fun part. You get to do that. But the point is, we are here to create heaven on earth. We are here to experience the kingdom of God, and then to share that experience with absolutely everybody that we possibly can. So I have to talk about a gospel story that I was trying to save for Pentecost, because it's a story about Pentecost, but boy, it really fits in today. And so let me share this with you. I'll do something other on Pentecost. The story about Pentecost is all about the apostles sitting in a darkened room, upper room, which is significant metaphysically because it means they're in a place to arise at a higher consciousness. But they're sitting in this room, and it's all boarded up, and they are absolutely terrified, sweating bullets, because their main man, Jesus, had recently gotten his at the hands of the Romans, and they had no assurances whatsoever that they were not next, because they had been associating with that criminal for a couple of 3 years. And then, in the midst of their fear, they become overwhelmed with a sense of spirit, which is signified by tongues of fire appearing above each of their heads, which just represents the zeal of what they were about to be overcome with. And when it's all said and done, their fears notwithstanding, they burst out of the room, they take to the streets, and they share the good news of the gospel which actually is the good news of the love of God for each and every one of us. And they don't just do it calmly. They do it with an overwhelming sense of zeal. They do it with an overwhelming sense of enthusiasm. It's almost to the point that they are giddy about the whole thing, which caused a couple of people in the crowd to say, "Boy, look at these guys. They must be drunk." And Peter gives a talk and says, they're not drunk on wine because it's early in the morning, but they are drunk. They are filled with spirit. See how they love one another. There's a further little dimension to that story, in that Jerusalem at the time, when they were going out into the streets, and that, by the way, according to the scriptures, boy, they had overwhelming success. They baptized hundreds of people as a result of their efforts. But the crazy thing at that time in Jerusalem, there were people who had come in for another occasion, people that spoke different languages and understood different languages. But we learned from the story that everybody was able to understand perfectly what was being spoken and spread by the apostles on that day. And the significance of that is, when it comes to the love of God, there are no language barriers. Because if you're moving forth, and you're loving with an attitude of love, it will be understood, it will be felt down into the very soul of your being. Words may be important, but the attitude with which you bring forth those words, the attitude in which you express love, the attitude in which you represent the Christ essence that is deeply embedded inside of you, makes all of the difference in what is going on anytime that you encounter somebody else. And if it's all transactional, and it's all about business at hand, you've wasted an opportunity to come on with a real, powerful attitude that would make a difference. If you're putting your love on a schedule, you're not doing right by the people that you love. Because the Christ essence within us was never meant to be compartmentalized. The Christ essence within us was never meant to be put on a to-do list. That Christ essence, it's all about the wonder of your wholeness, which is on call, on duty, 24/7, 365 days a year. And once more, with attitude, should be your call, your battle call. And you know what? I don't want to hear any excuses. Not today. Not with this talk. Okay? I don't want to hear anybody tell me, I want to be more about what you're talking about, but, I'm always having to answer to the demands of life. I've got to go this place, and I got to go to that place. I have to do this, and I have to do that. You know what? This is a time for no buts about it, okay? I don't want to hear, but I'm busy right now. I don't want to hear, but I can't do this right now. I'll get to it tomorrow. I don't want to hear, but I'm all tied up and I'm all confused about this and that. But I don't want to hear, but I'm going through a bad spell right now. I don't want to hear, but I'm having a bad hair day. I don't want to, you know what? It's time to get off your butts. That's really the message that I want to deliver today, because how can we manufacture reasons not to do that for which we have been made incarnate? It is so incredibly inconsistent. And if you're feeling like you're really being restrained by the things that go on in your life and in your to-do lists and your must lists and all that kind of stuff, I'll give you this to consider. If you're feeling restrained, you put them there. You're the ones that put it there. Or somebody suggested them to you and you said, well, okay, I'll allow myself to be tied down. No more excuses. No more buts. Early on, I minimized those things those mundane things that you do, those mundane things about you, and I said that they were secondary. But if they are secondary in your life, I didn't make them secondary. You know, you've made them secondary because you're not doing them with a Christ attitude. And this may come as a surprise to you, but Christ has absolutely no problem with filling the car up with gas, or taking out the garbage, or doing the dishes, or walking the dog, all of those things that we all are called to do. The main thing about it is you can't just do them within the realms of those mundane confines. You have to do them putting on the Christ in every single instance. Paul, the apostle, writes in his letter to the Colossians, he says, whatever you do, work at it with all of your heart, as working for the Lord and not for human matters. See, with a Christ attitude, you have the power to make absolutely every single thing that you do, every word that you speak, you have the power to make them holy. It's not magic. It's just wakening up to who you are and then taking on that attitude. You want to know what heaven is like? Heaven's about letting it all loose. Heaven is about, as we used to say way back in the 60s, boy, am I old. Heaven's all about letting it all hang out. I want to share a quote with you, but let me tell you that the fruit of heaven is passion, and the language of heaven is love. But I'm going to share something with you that you've all heard before. I didn't realize the source until I looked it up. There was an American educator by the name of William W. Perky, and he reportedly gave us the phrase, you got to dance like there's nobody watching. Love like you'll never be hurt. Sing like there's nobody listening. I do that, by the way. But when I do that, I do it so loud that people who aren't supposed to listen were able to listen. But I digress. Sing like there's nobody listening and live like it's heaven on earth. I want to tell you, if we have just but a few, or even one or two, who live this advice, people will see that and they will say, look how they love one another. In other words, once more, just once more, with an attitude. And so it is. Boy, I'm going to say I don't care about you more often.
Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul.
I can hardly imagine more appropriate words than the words of that song. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Let's dive in together, right here, right now. Take a nice deep breath and expel it. It's all one fluid motion. Both of those things, inhaling and exhaling, have start and stop points, but they work together and form a perfect melody, a sacred cadence, really, a sacrament, all about the gift of life. And so I invite you just to very consciously and deliberately make that journey from your head to your hearts. I invite you to open yourself up as much as you possibly can and be receptive to that incredibly powerful, magnificent legacy that we call the Christ, that reality that burns with a fervor deep within each and every one of us, that is looking for ways, challenging us to wear that reality, to put on the Christ. And as you continue to take a deep breath, allow yourself to go deeper into the stillness, deeper into the nothingness, because it's in that nothingness where there is everything. We move into the silence just to touch the reality of God in our lives. We go into the silence in order to experience that whatever our outward experiences may be, there awaits for us the experience of the love of God. And we go into the silence also to come to an understanding that we too, in our wholeness, we too are that love of God. And so now, I invite you to dwell in that space, to dwell in that knowing, in some moments of silence. And now, ever so softly, ever so kindly, ever so lovingly as I could express it, I invite you to redirect your attention, your awareness, back to this sanctuary. Allow yourself to become reacquainted to the surroundings, the lights, the colors, the music in the background. And I invite you to become aware more deeply about who you are and what you are by becoming more deeply aware of the person next to you or the person around you and the oneness that is shared. I invite you to experience the freedom, the liberty that this awareness brings with it. And I invite you to remain aware of your role in bringing it to yourself and to others so that it is experienced in a very real way. Loving Spirit, always we are so grateful for this opportunity to come together as we do every Sunday morning and to share with one another, not just words, not just song, but our very being with one another. Celebrate with one another, recognizing the gift in one another as the same gift that resides within us. We give thanks for the opportunity to become manifestations of the love and the compassion and the passion that you so abundantly share with each and every one of us. And for this knowing, for this awareness, in this now moment, we give you thanks for that and for all that you do for us. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Now it's time for our sacrament of giving and receiving. And so I invite you at this time to take your offerings, your investments into this church family, hold them to your heart and bless them, understanding your power to make all things holy. And then share with me our affirmations, please. God is my instant, constant, abundant source of supply, and divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all the good that I am, I have, I give, and I receive. Divine love flowing through us blesses and multiplies all the good that we are, we have, we give, and we receive.
This song is called the Mummer's Dance, and the mummer, if you don't know, is the person that goes around the maypole, because we're in the season of Beltane, which is, as you know, the halfway point between spring equinox and summer solstice, and it's a whole season, and there's many other rituals besides the maypole. You're going to get to hear some of me refer to some of them, and we have our beautiful Jennifer with us today.
When in the springtime of the year, when the trees are crowned with leaves, when the ash and oak and the birch and yew are dressed in ribbons fair, the owls call the breathless moon in the blue veil of the night. The shadows of the trees appear amidst the lantern light. We've been rambling overnight, and sometime of this day, now returning back again, we bring a garland gay. Who will go down to the shady groves and summon the shadows there, and tie a ribbon on the sheltering arms in the springtime of the year? The songs of the birds sing to fill the wood, and when the flutist plays,
All their voices can be heard long past the woodland days. We've been rambling all the night and sometime of this day. Now returning back again, we bring the garland gay. And so they linked their hands and danced round in circles and in rows. And so the journey of the night descends when all the shades are gone. A garland gay we bring you here, and at your door we stand. It is a sprout well budded out, the work of our Lord's hands. We've been rambling all the night and sometime of this day, and now returning back again, we breathe the garland gay.
Okay, it's that special time of the service when we have announcements. And the first announcement today is going to be given by Pamela O'Brien.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. You're all amazing. And I was trying to think of how I could give this announcement, but Reverend Mike actually did such a beautiful job today on this subject. And I was moved to take over, I guess, re-head the outreach program, which really, we've done a few things on that, but outreach is us as amazing beings, because I know everybody here is so giving to one another that the committee kind of like dwindled, and I think maybe some of that had to do with the pandemic. We've done some outreach, but I felt moved when I watched a movie about homelessness in our country and about food insecurity, poverty. And so when I saw this movie months ago, I told Bobby after I saw it, I said, you know, I really want to do outreach, because it's sort of, there really wasn't any, Beth had done it for many years, Beth Johnson, and she did a beautiful job, but we really didn't have really a committee. So now we do. And I like what Mike said, how this attitude of, I had to take a few notes here, approaching with a love of, approaching what you do with love, with a sense of spirit, and not like, oh, when you're asked to do something, oh, I have something else to do, and but this and but that. And I thought, we all have other stuff to do, right? And I love that Mike said, dedicate whatever you do to spirit and to serve joyfully. So what we're doing is we're doing projects this year. It's not an overwhelming committee, but the first thing we're doing, and we already had our first meeting last week, so there's a few of us on the committee, and what we're doing is projects. So the first project we're taking on is the Mutual Ground Walk. If you're unfamiliar with Mutual Ground, it is a wonderful nonprofit organization that's been around for over 50 years that serves the community in the Fox Valley and Kane County. Anyone who has experienced domestic violence, victims of sexual or physical assault, abuse, domestic violence, they're given counseling, shelter, programming, education in the schools. So all the funding goes towards that. And the only way they can exist is with donations and grants and that kind of thing. And there's a lot of need. I don't have the statistics here. I thought I might have a little handout. I had written Mike an email with all the statistics of how many people get helped I happen to be one of the people that was helped. I know that there are people here in the church that have been helped through this amazing organization. So it is such a fun activity. It's the weekend of May 30th at 9 a.m. Starts at 9. It's at Wabanzi Lake in Aurora. We're going to have carpooling to go, so you can either donate online. There's a poster that AJ did a beautiful job putting together. So you can donate if you can't walk, if you can't run, you can sit, you can join in. So it's a wonderful event with speakers. It's a beautiful lake. It's a beautiful morning. So, really come join us and sign up. There is a link. If you feel like you can't, if you can donate $5, that's fine. If you can show up, that's great. So I just encourage everybody. And if you're interested in the committee, we're going to have a meeting again, just a quick one, next Sunday after church and I try to keep these meetings brief, so please be punctual, because that really helps. I'm not going to herd any more cats like I did last week. Forget it. We'll have a meeting from 11:45 to 12:45 next Sunday after church. You can bring your food and snacks. So I guess the point is, you are amazing people. We are amazing people. Let's reach out into the community, and let's do more for the community. Let's help with homelessness. We're going to do a project with just a food drive. We've decided we'll probably do that maybe 4 times. Mickey's the head of that. We've got some other activities. We want to get the children involved too. So thank you so much for listening, and happy Cinco de Mayo.
Pamela, thank you. If we could put some real teeth into our outreach program, it would make a lot of difference. Okay, on to the other stuff. Carpet cleaning. Thank you, all of you who participated in clearing the sanctuary out of all of the chairs last Sunday. And special thanks go to John Manella and to AJ, who really schlepped in so many of the chairs that you are now sitting and repositioning, okay? That was really outstanding. So 2 things about it. The owner from Fiber King approached me and advised that as a consequence of the work being done here, if anybody is interested in having their carpet cleaned at home, they are offering a 25% discount to anyone from Unity of Fox Valley. Just tell them Reverend Mike sent you. And one last reminder, goes back to when we first had the carpeting put down when it was brand new. Let's try to keep drinks out of the sanctuary, and if you do bring something in, please make sure they're in sealed containers, because one of the things we had to do, or they had to do, was clean up a series of spots from things that had gotten spilled. So thank you for that. Our May taco bar is today, after the service. We have our annual taco bar. It's going to be a fiesta. Thank you to Wanda Fay and all of the other volunteers who helped put that together. Our Bike Safety Day, which we've been promoting, is coming up. It's May 16th. Check out the inserts for more information. You could also check out the flyers, which have a QR code that will take you to the page on our website with more information. Contact Susan Renard for details, or as she's become known, Singing Susan. Spring Barbecue fundraiser is upon us, May 26th. Join us for this barbecue fundraiser. As I said, May 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. Come enjoy a delicious, freshly grilled meal in warm fellowship with our community. All meals are just $20 with your choice of a pork chop, chicken, or a combo. Each served with classic sides. Bring your family, bring a friend, help support Unity of Fox Valley in a fun and meaningful way, and we look forward to seeing you there. Gift certificates available now and through the website. If you're using PayPal, please follow the directions on the Form D. One last announcement, which is not listed, is that our Healing and Wholeness service is scheduled for this coming Friday. Very meaningful service put on by people from our music team and our prayer chaplains. And that's at 7 o'clock this Friday evening. That concludes our announcements. So I want to invite you to please stand and confer upon one another our congregational blessing by turning to the person turning to the person next to you or maybe across the aisle, remain standing for our prayer of protection and our peace song. With attitude. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ as you, and know that you are empowered to do great things. In our prayer of protection, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Be peace.
Began